Hey everyone, Mary-Anne Gillespie, CEO over at Apple Coaching Consulting, also creator of the Game Changer hybrid coaching programs, and just amazing coach in general. I'm going to pump my tires today. All right, so here's this week's coaching tip, and it's about those of you who have ISAs who are working online leads for you. If you are doing social media and you have online leads coming in, I'm going to just kind of give you a few tips on what you really want to be looking at. All right. So what we really track is we track the first, and if you know anything about me, I've been working online leads since, it's literally been, online leads haven't just been around for 5 years. They've actually been around for 20 years, as long as the internet's really been diving into lead generation online, which is well over 20 years, I would say, in the industry. So we've been dealing with this for a long time. And one of the things you have to remember with online leads is that a lot of the times we call that you guys are going in way too hot. Okay. And what hot means is that it's kind of like a dating website. For those of you who are on dating websites, you wouldn't be very interested. And if you are, like I always say, that's on you. But if you're on a dating website and somebody responds really aggressively to you right out of the gate, with their end objective, if they want to get married, and then on the first time they're talking to you, they're talking about that, we call that coming in hot. So it's the same thing with internet leads. If you have an ISA working them, a lot of the times I hear, my ISA sucks, I'm firing them, or my social media is terrible. And I'm like, no, it's not. Okay, if you're getting online leads, they're not leads yet. They're actually nurtures. So stop calling them leads and refer to them as nurtures. A nurture is that you have to nurture the relationship before you even find out if they're leads. So the first thing I would suggest you do is how many are responding to you? That's what the reach ratio is. So pump the brakes a little. As a coaching tip, I always say your reach ratio should be significantly high. Over 50% of your online inquiries or your online nurtures should be responding. If they're not responding, that's where you need to stop the process. Okay. And that's where I would look at first. I would look at what script are we using? How fast are we responding? It doesn't make any, is the script too hot? Meaning, is it jumping right into what are you looking for in real estate? Blah, 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 blah. Make it more about nurturing a relationship. It's the same thing. Take yourself out of real estate for a second and just ask yourself, how do I nurture a relationship? All you have to do is state the obvious. Most online, visitors, they're just browsing. They're about 6 to 8 months away from doing something. So going in too hot is going to turn them right off. So what you want to do is you want to come in a little bit softer and you want to just go, hey, listen, it's Mary-Anne. I'm just checking in with you. I'm on the team and I just want to see, what I noticed you're looking at places at St. Regis. And I just want to know, is there anything, that we can help you with? Do you need any other searches set up for you? We know most people are just on here browsing, but we want your browsing experience to be top notch. So is there anything we can do to help you? Just acknowledge that. And if they say no, just go, cool. I'm going to send you an email tomorrow. Since you're looking at St. Regis, I'm going to send you an email tomorrow that is absolutely awesome. It's going to be the most expensive unit that ever sold in that building. And I think you'll get a kick out of it. Since you're not really looking at anything, it'll just be fun. And it's just for fun. And a lot of people just love seeing the pictures of the most expensive unit. So I'll save that as a surprise and I'll send it over to you tomorrow. No rush. Then you send it over to them the next day. And then if they don't respond to that email, check in with them 2 days later and say, hey, did you get it? What did you think of the kitchen or the view? I'm dying to hear what your feedback is. Build the relationship, guys. A lot of online nurtures or online inquiries or a lot of ISAs are being coached and trained, and even agents are being coached and trained to go in hot, asking 1,000 questions, and you got to pump the brakes a little bit. And you have to build a rapport and relationship before you even find out if it's a lead. A lead is somebody who buys, sells, and invests in real estate in 90 days or less. A nurture is just somebody browsing around that maybe is a year down the line, they're thinking of doing something. Majority of online inquiries are nurtures. And that's why you have to go the relationship route as a coaching tip before you go into hot. Okay. And understand it's a slower turnover, but stop being so impatient with them. Stop just going, these are garbage or I want to fire everybody. You have to understand if you teach your team and your people how to build relationships with people, you're going to get a lot further in the process. Just because it's real estate, taken into, like I said, the dating analogy, online dating sites, that is a multi-billion-dollar business, those sites. Okay. And they have that whole thing figured out. They coach and train people. Apparently my assistant tells me this, by the way. So anyway, they coach and train people how to get, more responses and things. It's the same thing. Don't come in too hot with your online leads. Really look at that first phase, and then next phase is the next one. So look at each step independently, but your first one is if you're not getting a response from over 50% of your online inquiries, or your online browsers, that means you're coming in with the wrong script. You're not going into a relationship building script, and you're not, or you're too slow on it and it's just too late. Okay. So take a look at that. Hopefully you like that coaching tip, and stay tuned. We'll have lots more.